Hi guys, welcome to Science in 5. I'm KD. I'm the Sir Jeter. What? Yeah, there's nothing difficult about that. Simple equation, Sir plus Jeter equals Sir Jeter. Okay. In this video, we're going to discuss all the tips you need for your paper 2 physical sciences, chemistry paper. Let's get to it.
In this video, we're going to discuss moles, and moles. Shandices. Now, mole calculations seem to represent some kind of challenge to most learners. How do you go about calculating moles? How do you go about solving problems involving mole calculations? The first thing you need to understand is that, well, there are basically 3 skills that you need to have when it comes to stoichiometry and mole calculations. The first skill you need to have, which is the basic one, is how to calculate moles. How to calculate moles of a given substance. Okay? The second skill that you need to have is how to use this idea of what is known as a mole ratio, a ratio of the moles, using the stoichiometric coefficients. And the last skill is obviously application of those mole ideas now. Percentage yield, percentage purity, empirical formula, okay, so applications like that, acid-base titrations. All right, so in this video we're going to try and develop skills relating to moles. So right now I'm going to jump straight into the first skill that you need, which is the basic skill, how to calculate moles of a substance. All right, now for you to be able to calculate moles of a substance, you're basically looking at 4 different scenarios. Can you calculate the moles of a substance given the mass of a substance? Can you calculate the moles of a substance given the molar gas volume? Given the volume and concentration, and also given the number of molecules, are you able to calculate the moles?
Okay, let's move on now to calculate the moles given the mass of a substance. Well, we know that the moles equals the mass in grams divided by the formula mass, which is in grams per mole. N equals little m over big M. Here's an example. Calculate the number of moles in 12 grams of Na2CO3. Let's use the formula. Moles equals mass over molar mass. Now the molar mass needs to be calculated from the formula. Na2CO3. In this formula, you'll discover that there are small numbers at the bottom that we need to make sense of. So the 2 on the Na means 2 sodium. There is 1 on the C, which means 1 carbon, and the 3 on the O means 3 oxygens. I now need the mass of these atoms, and I need to go to the periodic table to get the mass. Well, the relative atomic mass for a sodium atom is 23, according to the periodic table, whilst that for carbon is 12, and that for oxygen is 16. So I need to find the total mass of atoms, which is 2 times 23 plus 12 plus 3 oxygens, which gives me 106 grams per mole. So now I just take the 12 divided by 106. I'm going to get an answer, which will be the number of moles, 0.11 moles in 12 grams of Na2CO3.
What if you're given the molar gas volume? What you going to do? Well, the way the molar gas volume is given is usually they tell you about STP. So if a question says to you at STP, it means use the idea that 1 mole of a gas is 22.4 decimeter cubed, which means X moles of gas will be X times 22.4. So look at this example. Calculate the moles in 1.72 decimeter cubed of gas at STP. I've got the volume of the gas, I've got the molar gas volume. If I say moles equals volume over molar gas volume, I'll take 1.72 divide by 22.4, I'll end up with 0.0768 moles. So you should be able to calculate the moles given the molar gas volume. Third way to calculate moles is given the volume and concentration. Well, we know that concentration is moles divided by volume. And the unit for concentration is moles per decimeter cubed, where 1 decimeter cubed is actually 1 liter, so it's moles per liter. We can rearrange this formula, C equals little n over big V, and say moles equals CV. So to calculate the moles given concentration and volume, always say moles equals CV. Quick example. Calculate the moles in 200 milliliters of 0.15 moles per decimeter cubed HCl. We've got the concentration 0.15 moles per decimeter cubed. We've got the volume, which is 200 milliliters. But remember, the unit for concentration is moles per decimeter cubed. So we need milliliters to go into decimeter cubed. How do you do that? 200 milliliters divided by 1000 will give you 0.2 decimeter cubed. So to convert from milliliters into decimeter cubed, divide by 1000. Convert from cubic centimeters to decimeter cubed, divide again by 1000. So we now have N equals CV, 0.15 times 0.2 to give me 0.03 moles. So you should be able to calculate moles given concentration and volume. Where you see a question presenting to you the concentration value, the volume value, they're basically saying work out the moles. The fourth way is when you're given the number of particles. The moles can be related to the number of particles or number of atoms, number of ions, number of molecules. Okay? 1 mole has got 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 particles or ions, whatever you're looking at. We call that unique number Avogadro's number, given the symbol big N with a subscript A. So if I have 1 mole, I have 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 particles. If I have X moles, and I want to find the number of particles in X moles, I just multiply X times Avogadro's number. So which means the number of particles is actually equal to moles times Avogadro's number. So if I've got the number of particles and I've got Avogadro's number, I can easily work out the moles. So how many moles are in 7 times 10 to the power 22 molecules? Well, I know that 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 molecules. All I just need to do is to say moles equals big N over Na. 7 times 10 to the power 22 divided by 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 will give me 0.116 moles. All right, so this is the basic thing you need to have. Be able to calculate moles. Read the question, start picking up the information. Where is the question leading you? Does it want you to calculate moles from mass, molar gas, volume, concentration of volume, number of particles? Once you can do that, it will always help you. So that is skill 1, guys, how to calculate moles. Skill 2 is coming up, using the mole ratio. Shanduses.